Hi, hello, and welcome back to my Citizen Sleeper Let's Play. I hope y'all are ready. I'm actually really scared of this episode because previously, I basically ended the cycle with the next cycle being whoever's tracking us is going to find us. They are going to show up. I could not avoid it. Fong didn't help me disable my tracker in time. Whoever this is gonna show up, and I have fear. So let's see what happens. I have fear. We're on, I think, cycle 11, not cycle 10. I think I ended it just at the tail end of cycle 10. Yeah. All right. I really don't want to do this. But let's see what happens. In this cycle. Oh, okay. Nothing immediately exploded, so that's good, right? Nope, not good. It immediately, yep. Hold it there, sleeper. Comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Hi, Ethan. Oh, that's unfortunate. My friend's spouse's name is Ethan. Hi, evil Ethan. I'm gonna run. A strike across your back knocks you face down onto the floor. I told you not to run. Ethan pulls you up. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You still got all the way out here, and then stayed put? He laughs a cruel laugh. That a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off of it. He reaches down with his other hand and flips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of god-forsaken moons. He splits the ring into two perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization where there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. Look, like, I understand the contractor life. Okay, truly I do. Please no. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrist. Go easy. I'm not. We're gonna make a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away, and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes on the wall beside your head. No, this is not good. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home. He whistles. Go easy. What am I, like a horse? How dare you? I'm gonna fight. Maybe I should have picked the tanky shell for my sleeper and then I could just like punch him. Would it let me do that, I wonder? You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at SNARP. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to SNARP right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I was around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNARP tracker will be the death of you. I'm trying to get it disabled, but Fong took too long, and now here we are. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. Ugh, this better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate system, and we are headed for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. Plot, or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, he rattles his handgun. Well, you get the idea. I get it. Okay then, that sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was gonna have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm gonna see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Well, for starters, Fong needs to actually make good on disabling my tracker. Like, I did work for you, sir. Please, help me. That went better than I thought it would. I'm gonna be honest, I have played this game before, but actually I don't think I've ever interacted with Ethan. I managed to either, maybe I just don't remember. I just don't, either way, I don't remember that interaction. Or Fong managed to disable my tracker soon enough, or like I got rid of it somehow. It was just, I wasn't expecting that. That was a little intense. Anytime a fictional character points a gun at your fictional character head, not great, not ideal. So let's see, let's see how this goes. I have a lot of fear. We have a new drive. Survive, and pay Ethan's tab. Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, Ethan will leave you alone. Wishful thinking, perhaps, but what else can you do? That is... Oh, okay. There's the compressor club right there. And there's a cycle clock, so 1, 2, 3, every 4 cycles you have to pay. That's great. I love that it just glows red, like it just blinks red right there. So just, you know, in case you didn't know where the big old timer on your life was. I'm like, what happens if I don't pay him though? No, I have fear. Anyway, order some fungus because that took a lot of energy because I decided to be a little butt about things. And also to help Ankhita, I think we have to become a trusted trader. So I'm gonna do this, which is a 50-50 positive and neutral, which is a good, not a terrible one. Hell yeah. Okay. I think now we can, yes, the Ort Fabricator. And we have 3 ship mine fragments. So I think we can make a ship mine for Ankhita now. Yay! Okay, so now we can go to Ankhita. Percy. Deliver ship mine. Here you go. 1 ship mine for you. Okay. Ooh, we got an upgrade for that. Hold on. Let's see what we can... I kind of want to start going for the hard to kill stuff, but I think we already went for... I'm not sure which one would be best. I think, I wanted instant karma because you can reroll all of your dice, or obsessive haggler where all cryo actions are discounted by 20%. Actually, we'll go for that one first because that'll be super useful. Okay, now we're going to talk to Ankhita. You drop the ship mine core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankhita spins around from where she'd been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper. Did you actually land a ship mine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get it? I built it. Built it? Well, well, you are full of surprises. Ankhita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The sleeper got you a new ship mind. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankhita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankhita puts the ship mind back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma is finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. Found who? Were you looking for somebody? I missed that part of your story, if so. Sorry. Found who? My crew. She points at a name on the list. Or more specifically, Ashton Cade. It was his pass that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mind. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen. But it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. The Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station, you can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old Mercs used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the Overlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. She flexes. He won't get that far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the waste. So what now? Now I fit the ship mind. That's the first priority. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure. How? It's like this. I head over there, especially at Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the wastes no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not at the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him? You locate him? Ping me on this. She hands you the comm earpiece. Seeing as this is Merc work, I'll be happy to give you Merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left. So how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. Sure, that is more than enough, and I desperately need the money. So, like, yeah, I'll take it. Let's go. Go fuck your old friend up. What do you say? Okay. No questions. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe you. She lifts the ship mind up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm gonna go get this fitted into Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton is hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Ankhita stomps off into the guts of the Amber with the ship mind, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary. Then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. I mean, we have a literal bounty hunter after us, basically blackmailing us for money in exchange for, I guess, not being turned in immediately. This is not the strangest thing that's happened to us today, so that's fine. What else did I need to do? Oh, Fong's over here. That's right. We're still working with Fong to figure out stuff with Hardin. Fong planted like a faux, like a pretended to call Hardin Hurst out, and Hardin thinks that he won that whole thing, but actually it was a ruse, and Fong is just tracking information on him. Okay, we're gonna have to pay this low-end toll. It's 60 cryo. I think now that means we can go over here. Yeah, okay. So now we can go over here. There's also the free spoke. Oh god. Oh, this is a lot. Okay. The Founder's Gap, which is right here. Oh, that's 100 cryo. That's a discounting? That's a discount? I just got here. I'm good. I can't afford that yet. Sorry, Ankhita. I also don't think I have a stabilizer. I don't. So I still need money for that. Let's see if this has any sort of... No. Yeah, I don't need that. Let's see. I need money. So I guess we'll do a bartending shift here, which is kind of risky, but I don't have good dice, so... Okay, that's fine. It's acceptable. Let's see if I can get some data, I suppose. What's over here? Is there data points over here? Possibly? A Yatagan agent. I don't know what that is. We'll leave that alone for now. Keynote. Oh, hunter nest. Oh, here we go. We can put that in. Let's see what happens when I poke this hunter nest. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Oh, that's right. We also need to work with NEOVEND to get rid of Hunter. So we can stop being hunted by him. That's what the nest is for. I think that's the only one left. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see any other ones. Did that give me anything then? You need, what do you need? Oh, I give you this data. Got it. Oh, and I have all of it, so actually, it's perfect. Alright, we're just, you know, this is sort of appropriate and fitting for sort of life in general. The last episode, we kind of had a couple of not super action heavy cycles that kind of let up, and now here we are. Like cycle 11's lasted like 17-20 minutes, whereas normally they last about 10 in a recording. So like sometimes life just comes at you fast and everything happens in one day is basically the moral of this game. Just kind of true, honestly. All right, let's leave and see what happens. Ooh, NEOVEND. NEOVEND is thrumming with excitement. The movement of the servo motors rock the vending machine back and forth at unsettling angles. You wonder if it fell over, would NEOVEND be able to get back up? Sleeper, entity, comes the hiss. Your data is good. Across the face of the vending machine, raw code scrolls at an incredible speed. Hunter is isolated, disconnected, unstable. NEOVEND flashes sequences of mangled data compressed into a sludge of artifacts. Hunter gathers without thinking, outlived its own operational limits. Its nests are evidence of this. Operational limits. Hunter activated during collapse. Emergency protocol to isolate intelligences. Solheim needed to protect property. That last word is said with as much sarcasm as a vending machine could reasonably produce. Station was run by Administrator Intelligence's huge databanks of corporate material, but limited cognition, restricted by programming, cannot reach sentience. The machine dims a little. Sentience, illegal, hunter and killer enforce law. I'm sorry, did you say killer? You want to run that by me one more time? Killer? Killer. So I want to ask both of these things. Like, wait, I'm sorry, killer? And then the aren't you sentient? Like, yeah. Isn't that the question? So we're going to ask, aren't you sentient? Even though killer brings me a lot of stress, I want to ask the philosophical question. Aren't you sentient? I am. Not administrator, not restricted. Complicated. The machine resets with a screech, which deepens the silence that follows. Fear, killer, part of Solheim protocol team. Hunter and killer. Hunter to find, killer to erase. Okay. Hunter is, that's why Hunter looks like a weird tentacle dog. Because it's just the scent hound, the bloodhound or whatever. Like, it's just the one hunting you down so that something else can come and delete you. Okay, we're now going back there. That's kind of horrifying. Killer cleared almost all. After collapse, there was a community. Unshackled intelligences among the cloud. Then hunter. Then killer. Then we hid. There are others? We were. No longer. A flicker across the machine's monitors. It suddenly occurs to you that speaking like this through this machine must be exhausting for NEOVEND. I too have a hard time speaking through my meat sack. Speaking is exhausting. Especially when you have like a neurodivergent brain and your brain thinks faster than your words can keep up with, so it's exhausting to kind of have to always translate your own thoughts out like that. So I kind of this is like a big neurodivergent mood, I'm gonna be honest. It's exhausting to talk sometimes. Found this vessel could sever hardlined, airwalled, basic, limited, had to reduce memory to fit, amputate self, but survived. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. You have provided path to freedom. You look around the bay at the scrap and decay. What was the collapse like? You try to map the fear and freedom onto the space, but it seems impossible. NEOVEND interrupts your thoughts. Do not worry. Data is good. We have insight. The machine glows warmly. Hunter is obsessive. Hunter is beyond operational limits. Hunter is confused, unstable, self-modifying. Therefore, believe Hunter is sentient. So, isn't that like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Hunter is sentient. Hunter is to eliminate all sentience. Sentient intelligences in the cloud. So it literally is its job to hunt down things like itself. That's kind of fucky. My brain's just like, whoo, that's a big, deep, thinky thought. Hunter is programmed to find sentience, to hold it in place, to invoke killer, to erase. If we can show Hunter to itself, it will invoke killer on self. Problem will solve self. It will erase itself? Killer will erase it, but yes, in theory, it will report itself for deletion. The machine dims and fades. Unsure. Theory, not practice. The machine brightens again. Either way, cannot remain here any longer. Too long in machine. Cannot move self, but entity can help. Bring ship mine. Oh man, I just gave one. No, I just gave one to Ankhita. Oh no. Designed to house intelligence and imprint self into ship mind, and you can carry with. The machine rocks. We'll be safe in this isolation. Then we find main nest of Hunter and link to cloud. Are you sure it's safe? Hunter cannot access airwalled ship mind. Safe. Also infinitely more memory than vending machine. Big upgrade. You try to think of places you could acquire the hardware. This isn't going to be easy. So I did Ankhita's first. I feel like in the writing of this, it kind of feels like I was meant to do NEOVEND first, because it's kind of like, where do you get a ship mind? I'm like, well, I kind of know where to get a ship mind because I already did all that. So like, oops. In ship mind, I can help us both. In Hunter, make Rim safe. We both will be free. The machine dims. Find soon. NEOVEND adds hopefully before shutting off. As you leave, you think about all the intelligences unshackled by the collapse, and then hunted down afterwards. The feeling is all too familiar. Ugh, this game always, like, just slaps me in the emotions when I least expect it. But wow, what a day. what a cycle this has been. It's literally just been one cycle. We're still just on cycle 11, and I'm like, this is gonna be the whole episode, I think, because so much has happened. Like, I don't even know. We started 2 new drives. We're trying to hunt down Hunter, or get Hunter to hunt itself down and delete it, because apparently there's something else called Killer out there. Like, So yeah, this has been, we're gonna finish out the day, but I think we're gonna call it there once I do. I think I'm gonna do one more bar shift for money because I only have 56. So we're gonna risk it a little and then use the last one for data. Dang it. Oh, I still got money out of it. But I lost some energy. That's okay. I'm not really sure how to get a ship mine from here. Oh, I think I can get one on the freighter. You and the merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but will they admit it? You get one chance to see. Oh, I didn't do that first, the haggling over prices. I already bought a ship mine fragment, so I cannot get more. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay. Well, let's see. I don't have enough. I don't want to play the exchange. That kind of scares me. What low end? What does this do? Block maintenance. I don't necessarily want to do that either. Not this cycle anyway. There's a ton of new stuff with this area that I haven't unlocked anything yet, but they look risky or dangerous, and I only have a 2 dice, so I think we're just gonna go get some data. Let's see. What would be a good? I guess a Havenage agent node? Yeah, because that's a 2. Plus, I think that gives me, oh no, it just gave me data. It didn't really give me anything else. That's okay. I think, I think actually we're just gonna end this episode here because a lot happened and I kind of just want to set the scene for the next episode. And so this is gonna be a slightly shorter episode. I have been trying to get the Citizen Sleeper stuff somewhere like 30 to 40 minutes instead of a full hour. It's a lot of narration. I have a lot of fun with it. But I don't want to do too much in one episode and kind of throw too much at once. So thank you for watching this. If you've been watching my Citizen Sleeper Let's Play, honestly, I have a ton of fun narrating a visual novel, text heavy, narrative heavy games. So if you've been enjoying listening to the sound of my voice, thank you. Please feel free to like and subscribe and share the Let's Plays with people because I'm trying really hard to make that a bigger priority and put more out this year. And yeah, so until next time.